Welcome to the Islamic Sex Education course for Muslim girls. This is a unique girls only course. Alhamdulillah, I've designed a step by step Islamic guide to develop an Islamic mindset around the subject of sex and relationships. It's a unique, one of a kind program based on the Quran and Sunnah and broken down into easily digestible, bite sized lessons. So, who is your teacher? My name is Farhat Amin. I'm the author of Smart Teenage Muslimah. That is a book that I'm currently writing and will be available soon. I've also written Hands Off Our Hijab and Smart Single Muslimah. The subjects that I discuss are the challenges that Muslim women, young women in particular, face living in the West. I'm a mother of three. I'm an experienced high school teacher. So I understand really well the issues that young women face, especially around the topic of sex, sex education at schools, the sexualization of young women. And as a teacher, I witnessed this happening day on day, and also the very liberal feminist ideas that were being taught to young girls and how they should approach boyfriends, who they love, ideas of consent, how to use um, contraceptives. These are all things that are being taught to teenage girls. However, they are devoid of morals, they are devoid of any kind of religious guidance, whether that's Christian or Muslim. And that is a real problem. That's one of the reasons why I have been researching this subject and decided to create this course. I've created other courses as well, all available on my website, smartmuslimah.com, including Islam and feminism and the pre marriage course for Muslims. So I have a lot of experience in delivering valuable content to young Muslim women. So, who is this course for? If you are a Muslim aged between 12 to 19, then this course is for you. You may be someone who wants to learn the Islamic perspective on sex and relationships, and you haven't been able to find that in a way that you can understand, and that also looks at 21st century problems that come with this subject. Alhamdulillah, there are many good Islamic books about the fiqh of sex relationships, marriage, and alhamdulillah, they are brilliant and you should read them. However, this course is for a young girl who's living in, it could be in the Muslim world or the non-Muslim world, to be honest, and you want to access, good Islamic education on this topic, and you want it to be delivered by a female teacher. That, I think, that's the other unique thing about this course. And they're also a very safe place for you to ask questions, for you to see what Islam has to say about things that you are hearing at school, that you are hearing on the TV. Now, one of the things that people do think is that I thought it was haram to learn about sex. Muslims do believe that. However, Islam is a complete way of life, and the Quran and Sunnah provides guidance for all aspects of life. So, Imam Bukhari relates from Mujahid, who said, "Sacred knowledge, ilm, is not gained by a shy person nor an arrogant one." So, you may feel shy about talking or learning about this subject. However, we are told not to be shy about this. And as Allah says in Surah Baqarah, "O you who believe, enter into Islam completely and do not follow the footsteps of Shaitan. Surely he is an open enemy to you all, to you." So if we do not learn about what Islam has to say about sex and relationships, what will happen is that living in a hypersexualized society, which encourages zina, that's fornication, that's having sex with someone who is not your husband, that's what we are being encouraged to do. We are, the whole LGBTQI plus agenda, of Gormlut is being literally forced on us, and immodesty has become the norm. So if we don't learn what Allah and His Messenger has to say about this. Where are we as individuals going to end up getting our information, our knowledge? And it will be through very liberal teachers who are encouraging promiscuity, friends who they don't have any kind of Islamic knowledge on this. Again, they're just as lost when it comes to this topic as anyone else. And then you have popular culture, so that will be movies, shows, music, books. That those will end up being our teachers, and they are not reliable sources. They are not, and these could be Muslim teachers, they could be Muslim friends, this could even be Muslim popular culture. Unfortunately, there is a lot of misguidance when it comes to this subject because we have taken on board the idea of freedom, we've taken on board the idea of no one can tell me how to live my life, or you do you, love is love, love has no gender. All of these slogans we hear, Muslims need to question them before they adopt them. And so we also need to be able to measure the ideas we're being given from an Islamic perspective. And that, inshallah, is what I want to do in this course. So when you take this course, you will learn how to have the correct intentions. You will learn about female and male anatomy, what is sexual intercourse, personal hygiene, how to manage sexual thoughts, and the whole plethora of Islamic sexual ethics and morals. That is what you will learn, and the prohibited sexual relations. So these are really important subjects that I've taken a lot of time to research from Islamic books. And I've also read a lot of books written by non-Muslims who give advice to teenagers about this. And I think it's important to read them as well when I created the course, because it makes us all aware of the bad advice that we're being given and how to filter that bad advice. There will also be question and answer sessions. So each module is pre-recorded. New modules will be added regularly, and you can be updated about that by joining my newsletter, which is you can sign up at smartmuslimah.com. Now, once you have done the modules, you can send me your questions about the modules because I want to improve them. And also, if you have suggestions for modules, please also send me them too, because I want this course to be as effective as possible. And there are new issues coming up every month, every year. We see them happening. Things are constantly changing. If we just think 10 years ago, the idea of trans rights, the idea of changing your identity, these were all not so popular and not there in our faces, but they are very much in the limelight now. So what I hope to do is that the questions I receive, so please do send me your questions, I will then group those questions and then create another module to answer them so everyone can benefit from each other, inshallah. So if you need some guidance about sex and relationship, it may be that you are the parent who is watching this and you need help. You are feeling very stressed out about how do I talk to my daughter about this? Then this course is for you. It's a very, again, like I've said before, I want to teach our daughters, my sisters, I want to teach them to understand the pure teachings of Islam about intimacy, how Allah has created love between husbands and wives. And this is a very natural desire. It's not a taboo subject as long as it is taught and discussed in a very, decent, very modest manner. And so, inshallah, that is my intention for doing the course. And please do dua that I can continue to provide a really good service to our young sisters, inshallah. So join today at smartmuslimah.com and inshallah, let's, do the best for our daughters, and to raise the level of understanding when it comes to this subject, inshallah.